Welcome to Manifest Anything You Can Imagine podcast, the podcast that empowers you to turn your dreams into reality using the law of attraction. I'm your host, Papi DiNuzzo, and together we'll dive into the mindset, strategies, and energy shifts you need to create the life you've always envisioned. Whether it's health, wealth, happiness, love, relationships, or spirituality. Inspired by my transformative book, Manifest Anything You Can Imagine, each episode brings you practical tools, inspiring stories, and bold insights to unlock your limitless potential. Get ready to manifest your greatness, and let's dive in.
Podcast disclosure. The following podcast is by DiNuzzo Private Wealth, Inc. DiNuzzo is for general informational purposes only. No portion of the podcast serves as the receipt of or as a substitute for personalized investment advice from DiNuzzo. Different types of investments involve varying degrees of risk, and it should not be assumed that future performance of any specific investment or investment strategy or any non-investment related or planning services, discussion, or content will be profitable, be suitable for your portfolio or individual situation, or prove successful. No portion of the podcast content should be construed by a client or prospective client as a guarantee that he or she will experience a certain level of results if DiNuzzo is engaged or continues to be engaged to provide investment advisory services. Namaste, I'm Mikey, and I'd like to thank you for joining me today along with manifestation mindset coach Papi DiNuzzo on the Manifest Anything You Can Imagine podcast. If you're a successful entrepreneur looking to take your business, life, health, wealth, love, and impact to the next level, the Papi Mindset Manifestation Mastermind and or the Papi Mindset Manifestation Retreats may be just the answer and experience you've been looking for. This is where positive thoughts, emotions, and actions align with ancient wisdom within a tribe of purpose meets profit entrepreneurs who are dedicated to elevating their mindset, their energy, their results, and their fellow brothers and sisters in need. If you're ready to manifest, grow, stretch, and really step into the next newer, higher version of yourself, Papi's Mastermind and Retreats were created just for you. Also, don't forget about Papi's social media. His content is just abundant, full of positive energy. So I highly recommend that you follow, share, and like Papi on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And also, our podcast has been reaching a wider audience. So many brothers or sisters have been giving Papi so much positive feedback about how it's helping them, it's helping their children. So also, I just want to remind you that if you like what you're listening to, just hit the like button and share it with one of your friends, because who doesn't want to hear a positive message every day? So let's go to Papi now to set up the monologue for today's podcast and set the table for us. Namaste,
Thank you so much.
Papi.
Namaste, sister. Namaste. Grand rising to you and Kim and all. Thank you so much, Mikey and Kim, for putting together such a great podcast in both of your zones of genius. Thank you so much. Namaste, my beautiful, wonderful fellow brothers and sisters. Namaste. The spirit in me greets the spirit in you. The spirit in me greets the spirit in you. Congratulations on the greatest day of your life right now. Just immerse yourself in it. This is the greatest day of your life. There is no past. There is no future. All you have is the present, my brothers and sisters. There is no past. There is no future in this universe. This universe is eternally grounded in the present. Seize this moment. Seize this moment. Today is your day. I am so happy and grateful now that something wonderful and magnificent is happening to each of you today, my wonderful fellow brothers and sisters. As Mikey said, if you are an impact-driven entrepreneur and if you've ever read the book and been called to the book The Secret and or the movie The Secret or the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill as information given to him from Andrew Carnegie, consider Papi's Inner Circle Mastermind. It is a fantastic home for you and yourself to receive this ancient wisdom and the peer-to-peer magnificence that occurs between our members. I'm going to thank you all for joining today. My fellow brothers and sisters, what a great place. You are never anywhere by accident. There are no coincidences. You are here today because you're following your subconscious mind, connected to the universal subconscious mind, connected to all knowledge and all power of all time. Your higher self is guiding you all day long. Universal subconscious mind is guiding you all day long. Do this, don't do that. Turn left, don't turn right. Date this person, don't date that person. Guiding you all day long out of pure love and light and truth and goodness. My fellow brothers and sisters, differentiate. For decades, I thought when I got a thought in my head, it was a thought. One of the greatest days of my life is when I woke up one day and I differentiated thoughts coming into my mind or either coming from my conscious mind, which I call my stinking thinking. I typically go with Dolores Cannon's definition of quote unquote Mr. Stupid versus the genius and the divine way connection in your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind, my fellow brothers and sisters, creates 95% of what you create. I had to go back because I had to drop out of school. You know my story. My father had a couple of heart attacks and died in his early 50s. I went back to college for 10 straight years, 3 semesters a year, 12 months a year. I got degrees, undergraduate degree. I got my CPA, certified public accountant. I got a master's and MBA concentrated in economics and finance as much as I could. I have a master's in tax law, all this education, and I am very grateful for it. Don't get me wrong. Never once in all those years and years and years and all the countless money, time, effort, treasure that went into that, did anyone ever talk about my subconscious mind? Did any professor or anyone ever talk about my subconscious mind, or to any other students? Most important thing for you to understand and for you to access and understand when Yeshua, Jesus said that the kingdom lives within you and that the keys to the kingdom live within you. This is it. This is it. This is your access point. This is your portal to greatness to achieve the health, wealth, love, happiness, relationships, experiences, spirituality, business goals, whatever you have, my fellow brothers and sisters. This is how you access it. You are at the right place. Your higher self guided you here today. Lean into this, lean into this. As a reminder, I always like to set the table to repeat. We're getting new brothers and sisters growing by leaps and bounds. I come to you from a perspective 100% pure neutrality. Pure neutrality. I love you. I love everyone. I love you. I do not pick sides. I am 0% religion. There's no religion to me, no politics, no continents versus continents, countries versus countries. I stay neutral as to all of that. 0% judgment. We are not to judge our fellow brothers and sisters. One of the important universal laws, they're all very important. And one of the very important ones is the universal law of allowance. We are not here to judge our fellow brothers and sisters. We are not here to change our fellow brothers and sisters. They're on their own plan. They're on their own mission. They came here for karmic lessons, for lessons to fulfill contracts. They're on their own pathway. There could be thousands of years of development and in awareness from one fellow brother and sister to another. We don't judge a fellow brother and sister. We've all been at some other place at some other time on our journey to further elevate and purify our spirit as we incarnate into this life for our karmic lessons. My fellow brothers and sisters, you are in the right place. You're in the right place. I am so happy and grateful now that something wonderful and fantastic is happening to you today. I am so happy and grateful now that something wonderful and fantastic is happening to your loved ones. Think right now about who you love. I am so happy and grateful now that something wonderful and fantastic is happening to them today. And how about this? I am so happy and grateful now that something wonderful and fantastic is happening to you and for you and them together. And them together today. How great does that feel? Something wonderful and fantastic is happening for you and to you and the ones you love today. Pay attention, my fellow brothers and sisters. Watch it come into your life. Watch this come into your life. Start off your morning with your waking ritual. Win your waking ritual, win your morning. You win your morning, you win your day, my fellow brothers and sisters. You turn back now 365 days from today and look back to today's Papi Mindset Coach podcast and say, that changed my life. From that podcast, I went on to win 300 of my next 365 days. I won 300 days and only lost 65. I used to be only winning 65 and losing 300. My fellow brothers and sisters, this divine way that I'm teaching you, that I'm suggesting to you, it's up to you. Papi only makes suggestions. Immerse yourself in it. Get in touch, get in contact with your subconscious mind, with the universal subconscious mind. Brothers and sisters say all the time, Mikey, oh, Papi, I'm down on my luck. I don't have anything going for me. My fellow brothers and sisters, with all the love I could possibly express to you, stop it, stop it, stop it. You possess perfection inside of you. I didn't say you're good. I didn't say you're above average. I didn't say you're excellent. You possess perfection inside of you. You've been given a perfect spirit. You've been giving perfect spiritual DNA. You, most importantly, have been giving a perfect spiritual spark. This has been given to you. If it's just that, you're having the greatest day and greatest life you can ever imagine. On top of this, you've been given free will. Maybe in this entire universe, 5% of every being, 1 out of 20 across this entire universe, has free will. You are blessed to be here on planet Earth in this grand experiment, of the new Earth, of the ascension from 3D to 5D. You picked this. You picked this time to be here. You are so blessed. You have perfection inside of you. You have free will, and you have the ability to manifest anything you can imagine. Manifest anything you can imagine. Manifest just a fancy word for create. You can create anything that you so desire. Anything that you so desire, my fellow brothers and sisters. You are an immortal spiritual being. There is no end to you. There is no end to your life. You have perfection. There's no end to you. You have free will, my fellow brothers and sisters. Jump for joy. Jump for joy. Lean into this. Raise your vibration, your frequency, and just watch what comes back to you into your life. What you send out is what's getting sent back to you. The universal law of attraction. You are a magnet. Like attracts like. You are a mirror. You are the projector, my fellow brothers and sisters, and everything around you. I can promise you, everything around you is your projection. What's the challenge, Pappy? There is no way I've manifested this into my life. My fellow brothers and sisters, average fellow brother and sister on planet Earth, for every 5 thoughts they have, 4 are negative. That's why they have in their life what they have in their life. That's why you came here. That's why your higher self led you here today. And brothers and sisters, you came to the right place. You are in the right location to absorb this ancient wisdom. I talk to you and I say that I stand on the shoulders of giants. Think and Grow Rich, Andrew Carnegie, delivered all of his genius to Napoleon Hill, Napoleon Hill to Earl Nightingale, Earl Nightingale to Bob Proctor. I was in Bob's inner circle class when he passed away, but a lot of this was of an ethereal and spiritual transition as well. I sat around a table with these gentlemen and planned this out. I hope that there are numerous other fellow brothers and sisters that this torch has been passed to. We need all hands on deck, hundreds, thousands, hundreds of thousands. I welcome all with open arms. We live in a universe of abundance, the universal law of abundance, not scarcity. Not scarcity. You're taking any information and from any other fellow brother and sister, you pick up, they're on a scarcity mindset, get out of town. They're coming to it from a competitive mindset, a creative, get out of town. They're coming to it from a mindset of fear instead of a mindset of faith. Get out of town, get out of that room, shut that screen off, get out of it. You want to live in creativity, not competition, abundance, not scarcity, and faith, not fear. My fellow brothers and sisters, I said the torch has been passed to me. Manifest anything you can imagine. You'll hear Mikey and I refer to it as Macy, Mayci. Macy, read my book, listen to my book every day. And when I say read my book and listen to my book, that's a bigger picture and getting you in under the tent of absorb this content every day. As Mikey was telling you, we're getting close to, I think, Mikey, close to 2 million followers on social media. And my fellow brothers and sisters, however you can absorb this ancient wisdom content, listen to my book and or read it every day. I have a 28-day online coaching course for those of you who have that. Listen to that every day. Listen to my to our wonderful podcast that Kim produces with expertise, and Mikey and I deliver to you. Listen to these podcasts while you're making your dinner. Listen to it like I do when I'm shaving and showering and getting dressed in the morning. Listen to it when you are driving in your car. Listen to it when your children are around. Let them absorb this ancient wisdom. My fellow brothers and sisters, don't wait for decades and decades and decades. Not that I waited. It was just part of my journey and part of my lessons. But the sooner they can absorb this ancient wisdom, the better it is for everyone, for you to be able to manifest anything you can imagine. And what a great show we have today. And it's always, my fellow brothers and sisters, I tell you to tag everything, TAG. I have a lot of acronyms to help me remember things, but also, most important, to help you remember things. Tag, TAG, give thanks. The T is for thanks. The A is for appreciation, and the G is for gratitude. Give thanks, tag it, give thanks, give appreciation, give gratitude. And I give thanks and appreciation for gratitude for Mikey, because she does such a great job. And every time she and I work on the thought process of putting together a podcast and putting together our show, it's a magical moment to me every time. And I never know where we're going to start, but I start from, but because I'm just opened up, Mikey's opened up, and I never know where we're going to start from, but I always love where we end up at. And I loved where we ended up at again today for the ancient wisdom that we have structured and set up for you to deliver. And it's under the topic, a lot of it, of your launch point determines everything. So I'll be talking to you about that throughout today's podcast, how mission critical your launch point, what Papi refers to as your launch point is, and your launch point determines everything regarding manifesting. So thank you again, Kim, for producing such a great show. You are an expert at everything you do. Thank you, Mikey, for all the great work that you do. You are an expert at what you do in your zone of genius as well. And I'm super excited about kicking off today's show.
Mhm. Thank you, Pappy. How can you not be excited after hearing that monologue? And that's what you're talking about. When you start your day looking for something wonderful, that's a great launching point, because something wonderful will happen to you. So you start your day looking for the good, and the good will happen to you. You start your day launched all the way at the top. So that's a great show to look forward to. So we're looking forward to hearing more about that. Um, Recently, you've been traveling the world talking to your fellow brothers and sisters around planet Earth, and you recently spoke at the Elite Private Wealth Summit keynote presentation at the Fairmont El San Juan Hotel in Puerto Rico. And you're going to share what that experience was like.
Yes, Mikey, thank you so much. And I just love sharing this because I never know. Every single audience is completely different. Just the perspective, the vibration, the frequency. It excites me so much. And I have great anticipation anytime I'm in front of a new audience. And with the Elite Private Wealth Summit, I give gratitude for Neil Green, what Neil has built with Jabboy Productions and the Elite Private Wealth Summits that he puts on, that he sponsors and runs. And Neil, if you talk about managing something from start to finish, he has a very special gift in his zone of genius. I couldn't even do 1% of what he does at the expert that he is, but in the conferences that he does in the United States and his global leadership conferences outside the United States, just a fantastic job. So I'm going to thank Neil. Kudos. Thank you, brother. Love and blessings to you for inviting me to be a keynote presenter at the Elite Private Wealth Summit. Wonderful event. And what just strikes me, Mikey, is from the San Juan, Puerto Rico event, obviously just a very heavy Caribbean influence and audience. So again, this was somewhat international. When you get down into the islands in the Caribbean, brothers and sisters from South America, all throughout the islands, Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, etc. And then also Miami's almost the western extension of that. So it's almost a whole sort of line drawn across down into South America. So just a great audience, just great brothers and sisters. And no matter what part of the globe, it just amazes me, Mike, what part of the globe any of our brothers and sisters originate from, everyone has these basic similar desires. And again, no matter where I'm at, the top three, when people know what I do, they'll come up to me and, Pappy, can I talk to you? Can you help me? Can you guide me? Can you assist me in manifesting better than fill in the blank? It doesn't matter what continent it's on. Doesn't matter which one of the 6 continents that I'm conversing with one of our fellow brothers and sisters. Pappy, can you help me manifest better health, better wealth, better love? Those are the big three I get asked over and over. Then after health, wealth, and love are happiness, relationships, experiences, spirituality, and something specific about business. But those are the big three. And it's the same thing with our wonderful fellow brothers and sisters, a lot of them from the Caribbean area, and they're sensitive to them wanting to have better physical health, better mental wellness, better independent personal wealth and or goals for their business. Again, this is an entrepreneurial audience, family offices, multifamily offices, registered investment advisors, investment firms, private equity, very, very successful audience, celebrities, athletes, a wonderful, wonderful audience coming together, and all the geniuses that support them, the CPAs and accountants, the legal counsel, attorneys, etc., who support these entities. And so many of them, again, I always like to mention, I love how many organizations have an impact mentality, and it's growing every year that I see more and more of our fellow brothers and sisters saying, I want to take my profits, I want to merge out with purpose, I want to pay this forward, I want to deliver true impact. And just talking with these fellow brothers and sisters, what an uplifting experience. And the magic happens not only during the presentation when I'm giving a keynote presentation, but what I love is all the individual one-on-one conversations, the small group conversations, conversations over grabbing a bite to eat for breakfast and over dinner. That's where things really, really come to the forefront. One thing that really struck me, Mike, and I want to comment on, just generally pleasant, caring, outgoing. I mean, the energy from the summit, and I do maintain that it was a different energy, and you'll see this in different locations, but I credit a lot of it to our fellow brothers and sisters in Puerto Rico. What just a wonderful, fundamental outlook they have on life. And I heard from so many of our brothers and sisters in Puerto Rico, and they said, Pappy, we understand how much of our economy is tied into tourism and hospitality. And basically, to paraphrase them, they're like, Pappy, we love it. We lean into this. We are a loving, caring, we are a loving, caring nation in Puerto Rico, and the loving and the caring and the service and the hospitality and just I mean, I had countless genuine eye to eye conversations with brothers and sisters who were just great people, just great people. And we all know now from listening to Pappy Mindset Coach and listening to the podcast or any other way I'm able to share this ancient wisdom with you, there is a vibration. There's a vibration that we all are generating. There's a vibration we're all generating from this electromagnetic field all around us, but a spiritual vibration that we're generating as well that's being sent out. It converts into a frequency. And just when you feel that from a fellow brother and sister who's putting off a high vibration, a high frequency, I was on a high, a natural high, the entire trip, just from one great conversation to another. So my fellow brothers and sisters, this is also a big part of what I talk about. I want you to move out of and move away from negative energy all day long, all week long. Whenever you run into it, move out of negative energy and move away from it. More importantly, proactively, I want you to move toward positive energy and stay in positive energy once you find it. Again, Pappy Mindset Coach, Pappy's Inner Circle Mastermind. My mastermind was founded on a very simple principle. Harvard's research that the number one predictor of an individual's future success is the 5 people closest to them, the 5 people in your inner circle closest to you. My fellow brothers and sisters, choose wisely. Choose wisely. I want you, even if you can't or unable to join my mastermind, I want you to consider yourself joining it here by placing Pappy in your inner circle, even if it's just listening to my podcast, to place Pappy in your inner circle. And if you already have 5 brothers and sisters in your inner circle, that's fine. Make me number 6, make me number 7, but place me in your inner circle. You want everyone in your inner circle vibrating at least at your level, ideally higher. My fellow brothers and sisters, if you place the 5 brothers and sisters closest to you in your inner circle, if you place them in your inner circle and they are all vibrating higher than you, it will change your life. You will accomplish things that you never, ever, ever thought were possible. I promise you. I promise you that will uplift you. And what Mikey and I are talking about today, the importance of your launch point, which I'm going to talk about some more in just a little bit. When you state your affirmation, when you state your intention, when you say and lean into your prayer. I know billions of our fellow brothers and sisters love to pray. You want to do that from a high launch point we're going to talk about in a little bit. But just to see this wonder, Mikey, sharing just similar love, just sharing just love and abundance and blessings with fellow brothers and sisters. They've got similar challenges, no matter who I talk to and what continent it is. But we have similar wants and desires and dreams and wishes, and just to be able to relate with them. And again, this is independent of what continent you're on, what country you're on, religion, color, race, creed, any of this. We're all the same inside. The perfect spirit that we have, the perfect spiritual DNA that we have, and the perfect spiritual spark that we have. This perfect spiritual DNA that we have is all exactly the same. This exterior color on our skin means nothing. We're all the same. So my fellow brothers and sisters from Puerto Rico, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. Love and blessings to all of you for your wonderful hospitality. It was just so uplifting, Mikey, and to be around a lot more than 5 of our brothers and sisters at a high vibration, but dozens and dozens, just an invigorating experience and trip. So my hat is off to them, and I'm giving thanks, appreciation, and gratitude to all our fellow brothers and sisters in Puerto Rico. Thank you.
Wow, that sounds like an amazing place. That's awesome that you had such a great time there. And it's so true. Like when you say, once you get rid of your meat suit, we're all the same underneath. So, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that with us. Pappy's favorite thing to do is to help his fellow brothers and sisters, no matter where they are or who they are. And he does that really at no cost. He has his ebook that's available to you at no cost. He has these podcasts that are available to you. He also has his weekly email list that's available to all of us. And that goes with 2 free concepts to live by. Just reminding us that repetition is our key to manifesting. And with so much negativity around us, it's just a really great thing to see in your inbox. It's just a great, great positive message. And Pappy, which one are you sharing with us today?
Yes, Mikey. The recent one that Kim sent out was there was a topic called Pappy's Purpose. My fellow brothers and sisters, always first and foremost, I am most sensitive to your purpose. And as you go along, as I work with you, as Pappy works with you, you follow me, lean into what I'm teaching, and you will develop your purpose. You will grow into your purpose for why you're here. And at this moment in time, your purpose will evolve over time, but you're going to grow into that and be able to lean into it. On my purpose, why I'm here, fellow brothers and sisters, is to shine universal light on over 1 billion of our fellow brothers and sisters, awakening the untapped creative power, the inner knowing within them for a grand awakening and a grand remembrance, sharing love and light and truth and goodness, awakening, inner knowing and remembrance, and my positive energy with you and all brothers and sisters at every moment in time. So my purpose, my fellow brothers and sisters, is to shine this universal light. And when I talk about these words, I speak them, they are not mere words. Love, light, truth, and goodness. Love over hate, light over darkness, truth over deception, goodness over evil, awakening, the grand awakening. My fellow brothers and sisters, you hear me talk about the big shift to the new earth from the 3D right here that we're in to the 5D. We're going through a transition to the 4D, the fourth dimension is all about elevation and awakening, a grand awakening. This year, right now that we're in, the year of 2026 is the year of disclosure. Look at all the information that's coming out, all the disclosure. My fellow brothers and sisters, I am in my 8th decade on earth. I was born in the 1950s, and I've never seen so much disclosure that's being presented to our fellow brothers and sisters. For you to immerse yourself in this, where's the love? Where's the hate? Where's the light? Where's the darkness? Where's the truth? Where's the deception? Where's the goodness? Where's the evil? Where is it at? Look at it, my fellow brothers and sisters. This is up to you. Immerse yourself in it. Your subconscious mind will make this abundantly clear to you. grand awakening, for the awakening, for you to further elevate and purify your spirit for this inner knowing, within you. 99 people out of 100, when I talk to them, Mikey, about what I mentioned in the monologue to start off with, that there is no end to them, that they have perfection inside of them, to them to truly start to get their mind around how special the free will is that they've been granted, to have them understand that they themselves, some of the largest followings we have on social media are Africa, numerous countries throughout Africa, tons of brothers and sisters from Egypt, Kenya, you name it, Ethiopia, all across the globe, India, Bangladesh, the other side of the world. They're being called to this message. Their higher self is telling them, that's it. It's in there. Over 200 million of our fellow brothers and sisters bought this book, Think and Grow Rich. Over 400 million of our brothers and sisters have read this book. This is the base of everything that I teach. I have updated everything from my perspective into manifest anything you can imagine in my book. And this contains the ancient wisdom, but it's not just about that. It's about you learning it, how to absorb it, how to immerse yourself in it. Manifesting law of attraction, we sort of cover all three layers. Manifesting law of attraction, what is it? A lot of our brothers and sisters, most of them, when I first meet them, have no idea. Manifesting law of attraction. So this is what it is. Then the next level deeper that we touch on is manifesting law of attraction. How does it work? So we identify it's a car, it's an automobile. I've never seen an automobile before. Someone's never seen a car or automobile before. This is what it is. The next thing is, okay, now I know what it is and how does it work? Well, we're going to lift up the hood, look inside the hood, look underneath it, open everything up, touch it. This is how it works. And then the third part, arguably the most important, obviously, is manifesting law of attraction. How do you do it? That's what Pappy's here for, all three. What is it? How does it work? And how do you do it? This is the ancient wisdom I'm sharing with you continuously, my fellow brothers and sisters. Repetition, repetition, repetition. So this is my purpose. This is why I'm here. This is why I was sent here. This is why I came here. This is my mission for the rest of my life, is to deliver this love and blessings to you, this ancient wisdom into your heart, into your soul, into your spirit, into your mind, into your life, to show you the genius and the power that's within you. My fellow brothers and sisters, no matter what continent you're on, I promise you, nothing is impossible. I promise you, nothing is impossible. There's always a way. There's always a way. So my fellow brothers and sisters, lean into this, listen to these shows in the background, take in this ancient wisdom. I have tons of free material. These podcasts are jam-packed with ancient wisdom. I attempt to do this from start to finish. Listen to it in the background, and don't worry a lot of times if you cannot intently lean in and take notes type listening. Just let it play in the background. Let your subconscious mind absorb this ancient wisdom. So thank you so much, Kim, for sending out the wonderful concepts to live by on a regular basis. And thank you, Mikey, for queuing up a great one again, like you always do. Thank you.
Absolutely. And we're so glad you're here. Um, as you've been told many times. So thank you.
Yeah.
Pappy, your emotional and mental state from where you set your intention from is so important. Like you never want to launch from fear and desperation, but always with abundance and gratitude. And that is what your coaching tip is about. You're going to teach us how to launch, because it determines everything for us. So if you can just get into the coaching tip right now, that'd be great.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you, Mikey, so much. What a wonderful, wonderful coaching tip for today. And what Mikey and I came up with, we titled it, Your Launch Point Determines Everything. So what I've said already a couple of times today, my fellow brothers and sisters, is you are thinking a thought, you're up above your head, you're using your imagination, you're creating ideas, you're thinking thoughts. And when you focus on a thought, it starts to come down into, it's in your conscious mind. And the secret sauce, when you apply feelings and emotions to it, it comes down into your body. And the more emotion and feelings you put into, like, as I say, to have a desire, a burning desire, when you get your feelings and emotions at a high level, focusing on your thought, literally vibrations are coming out of your subconscious mind and down and out and through your body. And these vibrations convert to a frequency, and that is what you attract into your life. You will manifest, you are manifesting, you have manifested what you are, A-R-E. And it is mission critical, my fellow brothers and sisters, that when you are performing your affirmations and or your intentions and or your prayers, these are the three primary techniques that I coach and advise on, that you do this from a high launch point. So I want you to think again, look at yourself. If you're looking at yourself in the mirror, your full body, look at the midpoint of your body, your belly button, your hips, where your belt buckle would be, where your belt would be around your waist, and consider that to be neutral. We'll just give that a number of 200. In a high vibration state, just consider the top of your head to be 400. So I want you between 200 and 400. I want you launching from at least, let's say, in your upper torso, in your chest area, your shoulder area. I want you in a high vibration when you perform an affirmation, an intention, or a prayer. I never want you launching from a low vibration. Let's say your neutral is your midsection, the waist of your body. Let's say that's 200. Let's say your knees are 100. Your ankles are 10. The bottom of your feet are a 1. I don't want you launching from where your feet are at, or your ankles, or your knees, or your thighs. My fellow brothers and sisters, what you send out is what's sent back. What you put out is what comes back to you. From where you launch, I call this your launch point. Think of it as that's where you're holding what I call your universal cell phone. And that is the frequency that's going to be answered with an individual, with a group of individuals, with an asset, with a resource, with an opportunity. That is what's coming back to you through the universal law of attraction. Like attracts like. Low vibration attracts low vibration. High vibration attracts high vibration. So it's not about, as you start to, as I say, I'm here to help you develop a manifesting lifestyle, taking out a bad habit or two, putting in a good habit or two every day to develop a manifesting lifestyle on your manifesting journey. And this is a journey, my fellow brothers and sisters. There is no get rich quick overnight. There's no take a pill and wave a magic wand. This is a manifesting journey that you're on. And I implore you, I do not want you ever state, you can write 1,000 affirmations, you can write 1,000,000 affirmations. If you, for what you have as your goal, and your big goal is your faith and belief goal that I teach you. It could also be one of your most important experiences, your 3, 4, 5, 6 most important experiences throughout the day. Or it can even be a mini intention for the smaller mini goals you have, so to speak, throughout the day. I never want you doing any of those affirmations, intentions, or prayers from a low vibration state. That is what you're going to get back to you. I don't want you doing that. I don't want you doing that. You are to pray. If you lean into praying, if you like to pray, you are to pray from a high vibration state as if you have already received it. How exciting, how uplifting would it be if you've already received it? If I'm talking to some of our fellow brothers and sisters versus that high vibration state that I was talking to brothers and sisters in Puerto Rico, it's completely different. You launch from that high vibration state, and I tell you, think of like a T-shirt on your. That's one of my things, Mikey, is to get some T-shirts made up, and it will have at least 4 letters on it. TFAW, T-F-A-W. Think of that T-shirt with these 4 letters across your chest on the T-shirt. TFAW, TFAW, thoughts, feelings, actions, and words. I want them all in a high vibration state. I want your thoughts to be at a higher vibration, your feelings at a higher vibration, your actions at a higher vibration, and your words at a higher vibration. If I added 2 letters, it'd be T-F-A-W, B-O. B for your beliefs, and O for your observations and your focus. I want these in a high vibration state. Don't waste your time doing this from a low vibration state. Your launch point determines everything. You can perform, again, limitless affirmations, intentions, prayers. If you do this from a low vibration state, You will never manifest anything positive. It is impossible to manifest positive out of negative. My fellow brothers and sisters, you are the writer, you are the director, you are the producer, you are the star of your own movie. You are the projector. Everything outside of you is your projection. This boomerang, where you launch it from, is what's going to come back to you at that level. Once you start to get better at this and you get in the right mindset and you start launching only from a high level, a positive attitude, a positive vibration, watch your life take off. Watch the changes, my fellow brothers and sisters. You are a magnet. You are a magnet of magnets, and it will be attracted back to you at whatever level you send it out at whatever level you send it out at. So always get your mindset right. That's why I want you starting first thing in the morning when you are just 1% aware that you are awake and you are alive, maybe 5%, 10%. Before you wake up, when you're lying in bed on your back, no screens, no television, no smartphone, no cell phone, no laptops, no computers, no screens, no technology, no music of any type, no technology, nothing from the outside, just you right next to your subconscious mind, right next to universal subconscious mind. I am so happy and grateful now. Today is the greatest day of my life. I'm so happy and grateful now. Today is the most magnificent day of my life. I'm so happy and grateful now. I have created a masterpiece today. I am so happy and grateful now. Something wonderful and magnificent is happening to me today. And go through your loved ones, go through yourself, go through your loved ones, and go in combinations. You want wonderful things to happen, and watch the wonderful things that will come into your life with yourself and with your loved ones. And then with you and them, you say, I wanted to do something for the longest time, and we just got together and had the greatest day, had the greatest couple of hours I could have ever imagined. To my fellow brothers and sisters, so powerful. You'll hear me refer to this over and over again as your launch point, launch, launch, like you're launching something, you're launching a rocket. Your launch point, where you launch is from, I always want it in a high vibration state. And once you get good at this, we're not going to stop at the top of your head. I'm going to teach you how to raise your arm above your head and hold your cell phone above your head, above that 400, at 500, at 600, however you like to look at it, and have the highest launch point possible. And watch these miracles come into your life. Just watch them come into your life. I promise you. So thank you, Mikey. This launch point is just so important for all of our fellow brothers and sisters. And thank you for helping me create that and develop that to embed that in today's podcast.
Yes, absolutely. And what a great launch point into our next topic, because launching from abundance and positivity is just so important. And one way that you do that is through your affirmations. You know, you use those two very powerful words, I, capital A, capital M. And like you just said in the coaching tip, is you say them in a way that they've already happened. So go ahead and give us an example of one of those affirmations that you have.
Yeah, my fellow brothers and sisters, again, if you're not driving, if you're in your house right now, if you want to take a moment, get a pencil, get a piece of paper, and just write this down, the beginning to every one of your affirmations, no matter how you're going to complete it, you always start it the same way. And ideally, you write this out in blue ink on a white piece of paper. There's neuroscience around this. There's a lot of things that there's neuroscience that supports it, quantum physics that supports things. I will never make my case to you through neuroscience, through quantum physics. Yes, there that dovetails into this, how it all works. I'm coming to you now and always from a perspective of 100% pure spirituality, neutral as to religion. Whatever your religion is, I love you. I love however you approach this. I never make any comments or make any suggestions about any religion of any type. I'm coming to you from 100% pure spirituality. When you write this down, blue ink on a white piece of paper, and you want to write it out in cursive, to handwrite it out if at all possible, instead of printing it. My point is, I don't want you typing this into a Word document. I don't want you tapping it into your smartphone and saving it somewhere. You write this out in handwriting every time. These affirmations, 333, 3 when you first wake up in the morning, before you start your day and go out of the house, 3 midday, and 3 at the end of the day. When you write your affirmations, my fellow brothers and sisters, I want you to pull in as many senses of yours that you can. You're visualizing, you're smelling what's around you. You're tasting what's around you. If you can taste what's around you, You're hearing whatever noises are around you. You feel what you're touching. The more senses you bring into your affirmation. So you write it and you just immerse yourself and you just sit in it. Just sit in that energy. Let it bring a smile to your face. Visualize whatever picture would let you know the assumption of the wish fulfilled, that you have succeeded. You own the new home. You're driving the new car. You have the love of your life. You have the promotion at work. You've just got a report back that your physician is handling. You have the greatest physical report card. Everything that was challenging you is gone. You are 100% healthy, physical health, mental wellness, whatever it is, my fellow brothers and sisters, your credit cards are paid off. Whatever it is that you want for your faith and belief affirmation, your faith and belief goal, immerse yourself in it. And we always start, as Mikey said, I am, and I always spell M, capital A, capital M. You're recognizing this perfect spirit, perfect spiritual DNA, and perfect spiritual spark, this God spark, the spark of Yahuwah that is inside of you, that is inside of you. I am. My fellow brothers and sisters, be very, very careful, very, very careful of every word. And Pappy's a very literal man. Every word that comes out of your mouth, be very careful. Words carry power. Words carry meaning. Words carry vibration. Words carry frequency. Every single word, I promise you. Be very careful. No negative talk from this point forward. No self-deprecation, making fun of yourself or whatever else it is. No negative words. I am, we start our affirmation with. So happy and grateful now that the happy, we're reminding ourselves what is happy. Is happy a high launch point or a low launch point? That's a very high launch point. We're reminding ourselves, and we want to get in this energy. We want to immerse ourselves in this energy when we're writing our affirmation. I am. I'm stating my place. I am that I am. This perfection inside of you. I am so happy and grateful and grateful. Gratitude, my fellow brothers and sisters. One of the happiest days of my life was when it came through me 100% that gratitude vibrates at the same exact level as abundance. Give gratitude for something genuine, humble, authentic gratitude, and you are on that vibration and frequency of abundance that you're thinking about. It is on its way into your life. Give gratitude in advance. So we're giving gratitude in advance, not just gratitude. Gratitude is uber, super powerful. And there's only one thing more powerful than gratitude is gratitude in advance. That's what Pappy's here to teach you. Giving gratitude in advance, you are to pray. Pray as if you have already received what you are praying for. That's from a high vibration, not from a low, weak vibration. Have the faith in this, my fellow brothers and sisters. I am so happy and grateful now that Mike and I've already discussed a couple times on today's podcast. The universe is eternally grounded in the present. I say, put both your elbows up against your rib cage like two karate chops, straight up and down, right here within your shoulders, no wider than your shoulders, within here. This is it. Your entire life. All you have is the present. There is no past. There is no future. Half of our fellow brothers and sisters are looking to the side, 45-degree angle over to the side at their past. They are moaning. They are groaning. They are complaining. They're talking about things from decades ago, years ago, 10, 20, 30 years ago, 3 months ago, this happened, 3 years ago, 33 years ago. Fellow brothers and sisters, what launch point are you launching from? Terrible. You will not manifest anything positive into your life by moaning and groaning, complaining about the past. The other half of our fellow brothers and sisters are looking at the others over at the other side at a 45-degree angle at their future. Their fear, worry, doubt, and anxiety. You will not manifest. That is a low launch point. You will not manifest positive things into your life by being full of fear. Again, I tell you all the time, I believe from a mode, M-O-D-E, if you looked at every word in the Bible, that fear or some word that's a synonym for fear is in the Bible more than any other word. Do not fear. Do not be fearful. Fear not. Do not be afraid. Why is this message in there so many times? It's the number one thing that stops our fellow brothers and sisters from manifesting anything they can imagine. And over 90% of the times, what our fellow brothers and sisters are in fear of and fearful for never materializes. Just think about that. 90% of the time in your life is wasted, and not even just wasted, you're manifesting negatively, reactively, living outside in. Pappy's here to teach you how to live inside out. This pure power and spirit and energy that's flowing down into and through you, that's coming out in vibration frequency. This is how I want you to roll. I want you living inside out. So this affirmation, I am so happy and grateful now in the present, in this moment. Always keep your head where your feet are at. You're right here between your two hands, between your two shoulders. Your feet are beneath you. Keep your head where your feet are at. What's Pappy talking about? Stop yourself throughout the day. When you're thinking about something, what are you thinking about? If you're thinking about something that your former self, you're going to be done with this going forward, but you're thinking about somebody did you dirty 30 years ago, your head is not where your feet are at. Your head is 30 years in the past, moaning and groaning and complaining at a low vibration. You're not using your superpower. You're not. You're using it for bad. You're using it for bad purposes. It'd be better not to be thinking anything at all rather than be putting out this low vibration and continuing to attract low vibration results into your life. So I am so happy and grateful now that today's affirmation from my book, Manifest Anything You Can Imagine. I am so happy and grateful now that Source and Universal Intelligence loves me and desires for me to co-create with it and live my best life every single day. My brothers and sisters, not a lot of words here, but this is powerful beyond comprehension. Beyond comprehension. Source loves you. Just think about that. A pure, unconditional love, unlike anything we could ever imagine here on planet Earth in this 3D world. A pure, unconditional, holistic, through and through and through love that you cannot even begin to imagine how much you are loved, how much you are loved by Source, that Source loves you and desires for you, wishes for you, wants you to co-create with them. My fellow brothers and sisters, this perfect spiritual DNA that I talked to you about that you possess inside of you, this perfect spirit, perfect spiritual spark is the same exact spiritual DNA as Source. You possess Source inside of you. The kingdom is within you. These are the keys to the kingdom, and Source wants to co-create with you. Source is experiencing and growing, further expressing, expanding, increasing, growing, manifesting, and creating, co-creating with you. This is the most beautiful partnership on earth. Source is experiencing itself through you. Just think about that. The keys to this car you've been given, the most beautiful, greatest car you can ever drive. Source is giving you keys to this car for you to co-create with it and live your best life every single day. Source wants the best for you, desires the best for you in health, wealth, love, happiness, relationships, experiences, spirituality, whatever you want to accomplish in business, desires the best for you. And remember, my fellow brothers and sisters, the big fork in the road for our goals, the big fork in the road is, as we talk about your best health, wealth, love, etc., the goals that Pappy works with you on, goals are to grow, GROW. Goals are to grow, not to get. We do not place get goals at the top. My fellow brothers and sisters, you grow. You grow. You come here to manifest anything you can imagine. You came here to love yourself. You come here to love your fellow brothers and sisters. Love yourself. And by loving yourself, this is not narcissistic. This is you elevating yourself to realize the perfection, the unlimited ability, the perfection inside of you, the free will inside of you, the ability to create inside of you, the endless spirit. All energy has been created. All life has been created. Energy and life cannot be destroyed. Source created it. It cannot be destroyed. You should be on cloud nine. You are endless, endless. You possess perfection inside of you. You possess the ability to create anything you so desire. You're one of the few chosen beings in this entire universe who has been given free will. This is enough just to take the rest of the day off right now and just have a party. Just take the rest of the day off, all of us, and just have the largest party we could ever throw, ever imagine, giving thanks, giving appreciation and gratitude for this. So, Mikey, a very short and sweet affirmation, but we're bringing Source into it and to co-create with Source and recognize the love that Source has for us, to recognize the love that Source has for us, and to live our best life every single day. What its desire is. What a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful affirmation. My fellow brothers and sisters, lean into it. Lean into it with all your senses. So thank you, Mikey, so much for queuing up such a wonderful affirmation. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for that wonderful reminder that we are loved and we are worthy, because so many of our brothers and sisters, they're their own obstacles. Like, they don't feel like they're worthy, and Source does love us, and Pappy is here to remind us that we are worthy and that we do deserve everything that Source wants us to have. So thank you so much for that reminder. Um, we've also come to the part of our show where one of our listeners has a question for Pappy. If you do have a question for Pappy, you could submit it on the website by clicking the Ask Pappy link at the top and then submit your question there. Today, Pappy, one of our listeners would like to know, can I manifest physical and health improvements?
Yes, Mikey, thank you so much for these questions. There are no shortage of questions for Pappy, and I bring a lot of these back from Mikey, but when I go to these events, I'll come back with dozens of questions, and they're the greatest questions. I love the questions that are face-to-face, that are with us both in each other's energy fields. And just what a great question today. Can I manifest physical and health improvements? My fellow brothers and sisters, you are the king, you are the queen. Just think about all of these unbelievably powerful gifts you've been given that I've been mentioning today throughout today's podcast that you possess. Yes, you do. I promise you that. And my fellow brothers and sisters, you are the king, you are the queen. One of the rules, again, one of the universal laws is that you have to ask. Be the greatest person on earth. You can do this 1,000 times and be helping and everything else. Brothers and sisters, you have to ask. You have to ask. And I say you have to put your big boy pants on. You have to put your big girl pants on. You have to ask. I tell you in intentions, I want it and I expect it. You state your intention. I want it and I expect it. You are stating it. You possess this power. You are speaking it into existence with your thoughts and applying your actions and applying your feelings and emotions and your actions and every word you speak. And what you believe, you will manifest what you are. My fellow brothers and sisters, under universal law, every atom in your body, every cell in your body must obey your command, must listen to you. I am so happy and grateful now that my health is in the top 1% of the top 1% of healthy men who are younger than one half my age. You can pick your blood test. It can be going to the dentist, going for a physical checkup. If you are going for an operation of some type, it could be something even minor. Whatever it is, you control the situation, my fellow brothers and sisters. Feel your way into it. You control this very simply, and you can take Pappy's suggestions, however you like to take them. I suggest kissing yourself every day as many times as you can. I love you. I love you. I love you. My fellow brothers and sisters, I've talked to you, if you've listened to my podcast, about who I refer to as the water doctor, Dr. Emoto, Emoto. Take a look at Dr. Emoto's work. Very simply, he started, his most famous work is 2 pitchers of water in a glass pitcher, water, regular water in a glass pitcher. He told one pitcher every day, I love you, I love you, I love you. He told the other pitcher, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, every day. Froze that water after a while, put it under a microscope. Just go and take a look at what's under that microscope. Go Google it, go search it, go look at it. Look at the images of the frozen water under a microscope that he told he loved versus the other water that he told he hated. The most beautiful, glorious, phenomenal images you can ever imagine in the water that he told he loved. The most hideous, disgusting images of the water he told he hated. That is the power. Water carries consciousness. We are in a fractal, holographic, conscious light matrix. We are connected to everything, my fellow brothers and sisters. You are all powerful. Your words carry meaning, power, vibration, and frequency. Command your body, tell your body, pick something that you want to improve. I am so happy and grateful now that my blood pressure is the greatest. And even give yourself a target where you'd like your blood pressure to be. Whatever it is, again, there are no challenges, problems, or obstacles. I've promised you time and time again that the solution lives within everyone. I've coached you that when you receive what your former self would have said before was a problem or a challenge or an obstacle, that's good. Thank you. Be happy when you receive that, because the answer, it lies within that. The answer, that distraction is redirecting you. That's redirecting your future, that problem or challenge, in the direction you want to go. So my fellow brothers and sisters, yes, YES, bold exclamation point, hard yes, you can manifest your physical and health improvements. Now, when Yeshua, Jesus was on earth a couple thousand years ago, there were numerous instances of him healing our fellow brothers and sisters. There were numerous instances, and not even a small fraction of what he did was captured in writing. He did legions more than what was captured in writing. And most commonly, whenever Yeshua, Jesus would heal someone, what was common in those processes typically? What was typically evident and what existed was he would approach the individual and he would not start dictating or stating or promulgating something. It would typically start with a question. Someone said, Yeshua, Jesus, my son or daughter, they're dying of an illness. Can you help them? Can you cure them? When he would go and cure these individuals, these brothers and sisters, it would start with a question. Very typically started with a question. His question to them was, do you believe? Do you believe? It's what it's all about, my fellow brothers and sisters. I call it your belief and faith goal. Do you believe? I promise you, if you believe, it will come into your life. If you believe, think of that power. Think of what he was stating to them. If they believe, it's up to you to co-create. And Source doesn't need you to do 50% of the work. You are so loved beyond your human comprehension. You don't even have to do 60. I want you to anticipate a handshake, meeting halfway, doing half of the thoughts, feelings, actions, words, beliefs, and observations, and focus. But you won't have to. You're so loved at the end of the day. You may do 10% and Source will do 90%. You may do 5% and Source will do 95%. But BUT, my fellow brothers and sisters, you have to believe. That's what I'm trying to get you into. And I'm not trying to coerce you or convince you. I am merely offering to you what I do, shining universal light on you, showing you this ancient wisdom and allowing you to sit and immerse yourself in your subconscious mind. And for you to decide, you to come up with the answer. Listen to yourself. Listen to your subconscious mind. Listen to your subconscious mind in connection with universal subconscious mind, all knowledge and all power of all time. Listen to your higher self, your oversoul guiding to you. Listen, my fellow brothers and sisters, and absolutely, I love you. I love you. I love you with all your heart and soul, every atom in your body, every cell in your body. Instruct it. Pick goals. What do you want to do? What do you want to improve? What do you want to eradicate? It's called dis-ease because it's dis-ease. It's not normal. Believe Papi, there is to be no disease. There is to be no illness. This is all abnormal. You are not to possess any disease or any illness. You can eradicate this, my fellow brothers and sisters, from your life. As I've told you before, we can manifest anything we can imagine as long as it's not a karmic lesson, a contract. You can manifest and you can imagine. And that's not an asterisk because you knew you came here when you studied to come to this earth school to further elevate and purify your spirit. You came here for your karmic lessons. Job number one, for your lessons to fulfill contracts to further elevate and purify your soul and your spirit is why you came here. So we can't lament that, oh, I can do it other. No, enjoy that, embrace that. That's why you came here. So in human terms, you can absolutely manifest and you can imagine, most especially, Mikey, as we all know, we don't appreciate our health, our brothers and sisters typically until they don't have it. Give thanks right now, my fellow brothers and sisters, for the health you're enjoying at this moment, and be proactive about this. Be proactive that going through your body. I do this often in the evening in my sleeping ritual. I try to remember to do this at least. I remember, I don't want to say try, cancel myself there, Pappy. I remember at least once a week to go through as much of my entire body as I can for my wishes and my goals, my desires for my health, from the top of my head to the tip of my toes, putting this out in belief. Yes, I believe, and I state that for my body and for the health of everything external and internal, my internal organs, etc. So my fellow brothers and sisters, yes, 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 you can manifest physical and health improvements. You can manifest excellent physical and health. You can maintain excellent physical and health. When anything comes into you, it's an abnormality, and you can manifest and create perfect health, great health, wonderful health back into your life. First step, you must believe, my fellow brothers and sisters, my suggestion to you. Thank you, Mikey. What a powerful topic. There's nothing more personal or important. We talk about health and well-being, physical health and mental wellness of our fellow brothers and sisters.
Absolutely, and thanks for that wonderful answer. Our whole podcast today has been about our launching point, and one thing that you can do, as you mentioned earlier, is to read or listen to a page a day of your book, Manifest Anything You Can Imagine. That's one way to elevate your launching point. One of my favorite things to do if you don't have time is just to read the quotes at the beginning of each book, and that will really elevate your launching point because you have like some very, very powerful quotes. And we have one lined up today for you to read, Pappy.
Yeah, Mikey, and we told the audience, and Mikey and Kim, they saw something they've seen a million times. We're getting ready for the podcast early this morning. I walked in the office super early. I'm listening, getting ready this morning to my book, Macy, Manifesting You Can Imagine. I probably listened to 3 chapters this morning, listening to it on the ride over to work, listening to it working at my desk, setting up the podcast this morning. My fellow brothers and sisters, I myself am listening to my book on Audible, on the audio book. I'm listening to my 28-day online coaching course. I'm listening to the social media. I'm listening to the podcast. And most of this is free. Listen to it. As Mikey just said, let it uplift you. Let it place you into a positive vibration to a high launch point. I'm doing this myself. My fellow brothers and sisters, when my lips are moving, it is not my voice coming out, okay? It's not my voice. I am here to deliver this message to you, this movement for the divine way, for you to live in harmony, alignment, and flow with the divine way. This has nothing to do with Pappy. This is not the Pappy anything. This is the ancient wisdom I'm sharing with you for this genius that's inside of you. So my fellow brothers and sisters, open up, please. Wonderful quote from Macy, Mayci, Manifesting That You Can Imagine, Chapter 1. I ask of you to listen to me and to follow me until you find one of 2 things not to be true. I do not know what I'm talking about, or I am lying. You will not ever encounter or experience either option. My fellow brothers and sisters, it does not matter at this time if you believe in yourself 100% or even close to it. All that matters is for you to know in your heart of hearts that I believe in you. I believe in you 100%. If you are experiencing any challenges with your belief in yourself, borrow my belief, my 100% belief in you. If you're going through a question or doubt, my fellow brothers and sisters, in your affirmations, in your intentions, in your prayers, and you are having a challenge with the belief in yourself, say, I know that Pappy believes in me. And I know from what I hear, and I am hearing, this is not Pappy's voice coming through, just his lips moving. I'm hearing ancient wisdom source instruct me that there is belief in me. Pappy believes in me. Source believes in me. There is belief in me. And I'm going to borrow that belief. I'm going to borrow that belief that he has in me and let that fill me up with confidence to get to that high launch point Mikey and I have been talking about all show long, all podcast long. My fellow brothers and sisters, read these quotes. Mikey reminds you all the time these quotes in the book from myself, from others on the table of humanity, the council of humanity, these other geniuses, these other wonderful brothers and sisters who love humanity, especially this lineage, Andrew Carnegie, Napoleon Hill, Earl Nightingale, Bob Proctor, through this lineage that I talk about. Neville Goddard, I talk about a lot. Wonderful, wonderful fellow brother who loved his brothers and sisters and shared this message. So again, read these quotes. Just a wonderful quote, Mikey. So thank you so much for picking out just a very uplifting, high launch point quote for today.
Thank you. And thank you for sharing that with us. Just want to remind everybody that if you're a successful entrepreneur looking to take your business, life, health, wealth, love, and impact to the next level, the Pappy Mindset Manifestation Mastermind and or the Pappy Mindset Manifestation Retreats may be just the answer and experience you've been looking for. This is where positive thoughts, emotions, and actions align with ancient wisdom within a tribe of purpose meets profit entrepreneurs who are dedicated to elevating their mindset, their energy, their results, and their fellow brothers and sisters in need. So if you're ready to manifest, grow, stretch, and really step into the next newer, higher version of yourself, Pappy's Mastermind and Retreats were created just for you. Pappy, I'll give it back to you for our closing today.
Thank you, Mike. And our fellow brothers and sisters, especially our fellow entrepreneurs in the audience today. Again, your success will be determined by the 5 people closest to you in your life, my fellow brothers and sisters. My suggestion to you is include Pappy in your inner circle. So many of our fellow brothers and sisters, entrepreneurs, are working 50, 60, 70, 80 hours a week in their business. My suggestion to you, my fellow brothers and sisters, is where the magic and where the liftoff takes place is when you start working on yourself. Working on yourself. I know of no better return on investment than working on yourself. If this ancient wisdom is speaking to you through Think and Grow Rich, through The Secret, through my book, Manifesting As You Can Imagine, through this podcast, when you come in contact with this ancient wisdom, because again, you've got to believe at least a little bit, my fellow brothers and sisters, I suggest you take a good, long, strong look at Pappy's Inner Circle Mastermind to raise your elevation, to be in a group of fellow brothers and sisters with a high vibration. You will have the greatest return on investment. If it's not Pappy's Inner Circle Mastermind, I'm not saying that when I say read my book, because I tell you, I offer my book for free. I'll send you a free ebook. It's not to sell the book. My mastermind I'm talking about is not to sell my mastermind. I am suggesting you to find a home where you can elevate yourself, working on yourself. Don't just myopically work in your business 50, 60, 70, 80 hours a week. The magic, the success, the lift off, the blast off, your new life, your best life will be created through working on yourself, whether it's in Pappy's Inner Circle Mastermind or another home that you find it's a fit for you. My fellow brothers and sisters, I want to thank you so much for joining us today. Namaste. Namaste, my beautiful, wonderful fellow brothers and sisters. Namaste. The spirit in me greets the spirit in you. Again, congratulations on the greatest day of your life. I give thanks all day long. Thank you. Thank you, Source, that today is the greatest day of my life. I'm so appreciative. I'm so grateful. It's been so enjoyable. It's so uplifting. When we come off the podcast every time, Mikey and I and Kim are high-fiving, virtual high-fiving. We're super pumped up. It's just such a wonderful sharing. We're receiving your genuineness, your authenticity, your humbleness, your love in your hearts. We're sending it out to you, this ancient wisdom love we have for you. And we're always on a high at the end of every show. Been so enjoyable. Thanks, appreciation, and gratitude all the way around. My fellow brothers and sisters, as always, I'm sending you my love and light and truth and goodness. Awakening for the inner knowing, this genius that lives within you, this unlimited genius and creative ability lives within you. for the remembrance, for the grand remembrance. I'm sending my positive energy to you at this very moment in time, in the present, my fellow brothers and sisters. Thank you so much. I appreciate all the wonderful fellow brothers and sisters, the wonderful fellow goal-based, impact-driven brothers and sisters who are successful in their businesses and who want to have an impact by supporting me. I appreciate and I love each and every one of you, how you support me in so many different ways. These are the free books that are going to Africa, to South America, to India, the free courses, the free classes, the free instructions that is being paid forward with this ancient wisdom. I thank each and every one of you, my fellow brothers and sisters. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. Again, thank you so much for joining us today. My fellow brothers and sisters, in closing, look at yourself. You can look at yourself in the mirror directly into your eyes, into your subconscious mind. Always ask for protection. Look at yourself and get comfortable with this power, this co-creative power with you and source inside of you. My fellow brothers and sisters, until we meet again, I am, I am, I am, I am. I am, I am, I am, I am. I am, I am, I am, I am. I am that. I am. Namaste. Love and blessings to you. Love and blessings to you, my wonderful, beautiful fellow brothers and sisters. Until we meet again, namaste. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Namaste. That's a wrap for this episode of Manifest Anything You Can Imagine podcast. Keep those dreams big and your mindset unstoppable. Take one step today toward the life you're manifesting, because you can create anything you imagine. If you can think it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. Visit PapiMindsetCoach.com for more resources and follow us at Papi Mindset Coach on social platforms for daily inspiration. If you love this episode, share it with someone ready to transform their life. Until next time, stay focused, stay positive, and keep on manifesting your best life. See you soon.